So, Mutant Year Zero, Road to Eden. All in all, combat, good. Graphics, good. Story is nice. Cliffhanger. Duck you all. I expect more. If you don't, I will find you if you don't fix more. So this continues. DLCs and then an expansion. Fix it. Music, awesome. Characters, I really enjoy them. When I met the fox and then the brain dude, Magnus, maybe his name was, I never used him. I didn't care much about him at that point. Oh, music is so good. I didn't care much about him. I felt that at the end of the game, you are so over-leveled if you explore and you actually look at the things that you have done in the game and you go through it, look for the stuff so you can upgrade your stuff. But if you do that, you're gonna be way over-leveled for the end of the game. So it's kind of a meh. The final battle was kind of anticlimactic. It felt like it's not the end boss, it was more like something to warm you up for something really, really sinister at the end. And instead, there's a goddamn cliffhanger. An extremely interesting cliffhanger. There are so many possibilities. I love the map. I so love the map. I wish there were more things to explore, more things to look around with. I do hope once more that there's gonna be a DLC. You can just call it Mutant Beyond Eden Map 1, Mutant Beyond Eden Map 2, Mutant Beyond Eden Map 3, and so on. And then Mutant Beyond Eden Beyond the Map. Mutant Beyond Eden Beyond the Map expansion. All in all, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. That is what I'm gonna give it. I don't think at the moment, as it is now, with the amount of items, which there are a lot of items that blocks you from getting a critical hit. I don't know why you have so many of them, because I don't really feel like I want to put every single member at the front line in harm's way. I don't really know what the angle was there, but hey, I would have loved if at level 50 the game tells you that the shop is now gonna have new items. So I went there, but I have already found these items. I already have them because I have done exploration and yeah. And I don't know why I want more, because I don't really want to fit out everyone with the same thing either. Also, the stun locking of mechanical things. There are so many mechanical things at the end. Like the last areas, they have so many of them. If not, some areas only have them, and you can stun lock them by just changing around the augmentations on your silent stealth gear, ninja silent takedown gear, call it whatever you want. You can stun lock them completely. They can do nothing. You earn so much experience from them, and a lot of parts from some of them at least. They're really big really big ones that you are advised to avoid. Those were the only one that I felt was scaled to my level. They were level 70. Everything else just said that they were level 50-ish, something like that. But at least at level 50, everything got white marked and it's okay, you can go on here. And it didn't escalate through the zones. When you go past the wall, into the town, into the area before you go into the bunker, it didn't escalate from 50, 60, 70. It didn't do that. It was just 25 areas. Then it split into 35 at the top. You had 45 on the side area, which I was kinda, But that area on the other side was pretty cool. I liked it. I liked the fighter. I liked the specific thing you could do. Awesome. Really fun there. And then it jumps down to 50 at the gate. But then when you get to level 50, everything else gets white marked, and you kind of start to steamroll everything. And at the end there, with the huge gun that you get, I gave it to Dux, and when he was on high ground hidden and did the stealth attack, he was almost one-shotting the lower ones, which, I mean, considering they are level 75 and the mobs are level 50 or whatever, it's yeah. So the 2 points that I took away is because the itemization, I think they're a little lacking. The areas at the end, they're kind of lackluster, because it felt like you as a player got punished. I'm just gonna jump out there so we get the music at the menu, because more music at the credits. Where does it stop? The end levels, they felt lackluster. It felt like I as a player got punished by getting an absurdly easy combat, really. I kind of half and half handicap myself to never heal myself up to full. Never, because I never felt like I really need to. It's not needed really to complete it. But at the same time, I was just playing greedy there. But that's beside the point. I felt like if you would have avoided exploring your game and just continuously, as soon as you hit the specific level, you would just continue going through it. But there are so many areas that are... It's like you hit a wall at one point. When you come to around level 20 to 30 there, say about there. Let's say around level 20 to 30. It's like you hit a wall there and you have to go around finding stranglers to level up. If it wasn't for that I figured it out way later that I could actually swap around my gear to my silence gear so they would stun robots, and then I would just basically stun lock farm every single mechanical enemy there was in the game. They could do nothing against me, which took away a huge part of the... There's a huge evil mech standing there. That's probably really, really dangerous. I should stay away from it. But as soon as I figured out that... no, actually, they are... They can't do anything now. They can't do anything at all now. So that's why I'm taking away those 2 points. The itemization, I wanted a little bit more variation. Take away a couple of these immune to critical hits, for instance, and throw in something else. I don't know, maybe like the brain dudes, like you have a chance to absorb energy attacks or bullet attacks or whatever and convert like 50% of that damage to HP. Just as an example, something like that. When Iridia at level 50 tells you that the shop has opened up, there's new stuff now, come and look at it. I go and look at it and I'm just... I mean, sure, I wanted more of the scopes because they are really good. But other than that, I was kind of like, meh. I already have most of them, and I don't really feel like I want more of them. And I'm not even using many of them because I need to have one slot for the silent guns, and then I need to have the other ones. If I had more weapon slots... Actually, yeah, I would not mind having more weapon slots. 3 weapon slots per character. I myself feel at least that like that would be a lot more fun. I would have more options, but at the same time I do realize that that would make a huge difference on the balancing of the actual combat, since there's not going to be the element of now you need to actually move to take cover, but then you can't reload, so you have to make a choice here. Do you shoot and probably die, or do you run and you don't shoot and you're gonna end up being behind on the actual kills, so you're gonna have to use more med packs, or you might lose someone in the combats. Yeah. Instead, I would have really want to see in Iridia's shop, for instance, like when you hit level 50, there's gonna be like the things you added, they were nice, like as a baseline for people who don't explore a lot or they don't kill everything, that they can still find this and they still have that option. That's good. But I felt like it would be really awesome if there was also an additional addition to it. Like, for instance, you added 10 other items that are really goddamn expensive. They could actually even cost an artifact or two to use, to buy. Or even medkits. That is, I'm just saying. Or rare gun part. It's just not that we need to use rare gun part for guns, but these items here, where there be armor or consumables or guns or whatever, or combat bodyguards or mechanical bodyguards, or but just something. I'm just saying it would be really awesome if there, for instance, was added 10 random kinds of items or guns, armors, whatever, but they cost really, really much. So you can basically only commit to one, or you can commit to two, but then you're pretty much screwed on everything else. But these items would change up how the game played for you in some way. I don't know, maybe it will always stealth you for the first shot you do. OP, yes. Extremely expensive, yes. So there's a huge cost there. I don't know. It doubles the range that you can shoot, but then you have to reload for 2 full combat turns. Stuff like that. You could get one of those Mirm combat dudes to go with you as a drone. If it dies, it's gone. But it's really, really good. And it could like have the long range thing or support or scan or... I don't know. I'm just saying, these 2 points, it's for the leveling curve, and just all in all, I felt that it hit a wall at one point, and then you had to run around if you haven't figured out the stun lock trick with the silence thing, and just farm the mechs, and then you jump up in level. But then everything gets turned to white, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 areas that are all level 35. I think I might be wrong here now, but there are 35, and then there's a 45 area next to the bunker thing, and then there's 50 down at the gate. But the progression here, it's cool. You have many areas to farm out at level 35. It's okay at level 35. It's cool. It's good. You have many options, and then you can jump up to 45 there and do that special side thing there to go for the cook and avenge his fallen comrades and all that. It's good. It's fine. But then we come to why I feel like 1 point was deducted because of the leveling thing. Then at level 50, and at this point, if you have done like me, if you have gone around, explored and everything, you are at level 50 to level 60s, something around there now. So the gate, level 50, has been white marked, and then you notice that every single area after that, all the way to the end, is white marked. It's level 50, 50, 50, and that's it. But at the end there, you are level 70 plus. If you have done, even if you're just level 60, you've out-leveled them so damn hard, because you get so much experience from the kills. If however, the way you don't over-level there is if you sneak and stealth past basically more or less two entire areas almost fully. That's a ton of experience. That's a ton of gear, loot, stuff that you just ignore and just go for the end. And the end there with at Plutonium, that I kind of feel like meh. It felt like there should be something. This is a lead up, this is the warm up to something that's gonna come inside. But even though I think one of the strongest points you have in the game is that some areas are just completely empty, it's just focusing on this is the story, this is how it is, this is what we're building up. It's abandoned, shit has gone to hell, you can see alarms, corpses, stuff, preparations, the notepads telling that something... Oh, it's good, it's good. But there was just nothing... And then we get the cliffhanger, which... The cliffhanger, or basically a bunch of tiny cliffhangers here and there, I'd say. It feels like, to me at least. It feels like that's your build-up. The whole build-up here was for this. And now... I hope there's gonna be more. I hope there's gonna be more. But all in all, I did enjoy the game. I have spent over 100 hours on the game. Probably 120 to 150 by now. It's awesome. I love it. But there you have it. 8 out of 10. I would recommend that people go and buy it. Because I do enjoy it. I have enjoyed it. It's one of the few games in the last years I have completed fully. And it is in Sweden, so I mean, disclaimer there, I am heavily biased towards anything that's made in Sweden, post-apocalyptic stuff, just stuff like that. I did play the board game Mutant a couple of times, and funny thing, the developers... one or two of the developers was on the same place at the school as my girlfriend is, and I'm now living in Trollhättan, which they are from, and her parents were colleagues of their parents, and it's just a weird mix of coincidence that all align into we are here, we're in Sweden, it's post-apocalyptic time, and there's a newspaper over there. Rogue to a new mutant is coming. It's just, yeah. 8 out of 10. If this is your first game, this is your new start with your new company, this is your new game, this is your first game, awesome start. It's an awesome start. And I hope you're gonna have a lot more coming with this. Like I said, Mutant Beyond Eden Map 1 DLC, Mutant Beyond Eden Map 2 DLC, Mutant Beyond Eden Map 3 DLC, Mutant Beyond Eden Beyond the Maps, the expansion. There you have it. Enjoy. Now I am done here. Mutant Year Road to Eden, we are done. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed it. We are gonna clip it, we're gonna send it up,